Guys, welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. It's comments time. Julie, did she ever once just think that the lady on the elevator was going through something rough in her life? Not everyone can get out of bed and look in Pinterest and get dressed up to copy another woman's looks every day. She doesn't think about anyone but herself, Julie. Live Vanity, lol, your commentary is so funny and true, thank you. I love the Ray Donovan series, just watching it now. Also, Prison Break and Breaking Bad. I have tried so many times to watch Breaking Bad and I just can't get past the wanking bit at the beginning. I get as far as that and I'm bored then, I don't want to watch anymore. I heard Prison Break was good. I've not watched that either, and I can't get Ray Donovan here, so you'll have to tell me what happens. Barbara, look at the size of that TV. Panda, jumbo TV with a tiny fireplace and rug. I won't talk about the shabby black paint job. Bo, is it a new TV or is it the filter or camera angle making it look bigger? I think it's the same TV they've always had, they just painted the wall, didn't they? Bonnie, that's what I thought too. I think the wall is painted black. Not really my cup of tea. I'm not quite sure how big the TV is. J-Lo, I'm sure the TV is bigger than. Bonnie, you are probably right. You would think that would give you a headache watching it. Maybe it's just there for looks. That's John's TV, isn't it? She never watches it. J-Lo, Lisa has a Chanel tote or two, a YSL tote, a Dior tote, a Louis Vuitton tote, and I'm sure there are many more totes in her closet. So why another tote? She can't even form her own opinion on Balenciaga, and she's a life coach. So pathetic, asking viewers for permission so she doesn't get hate. That's all it's for. She doesn't want people shouting at her. Panda, addicts are never satisfied. I suspect she's purchased the Balenciaga and won't show it because of the negative comments. Exactly. She wants it, she'll get it. She'll just not say she got it. None of your business. She speaks with such an attitude when she's the most uneducated and uncultured woman on YouTube. She had no idea who Maria Callas is. She's got no idea who anyone is most of the time, does she? Sad woman. Cynthia, yay, Jules. Thank you. Oh, Mina, I love your avatar, so cute. She wears slip dresses and flip-flops in the winter and cashmere sweaters in the summer. What the fuck? Yes, welcome to the world of Lisa. Lena, the most mentally ill woman on YouTube. I beg your pardon, Lena? No, you mean her. Wanda, someone wrote in her comments that the man in charge of the Balenciaga ordeal had went to work for the head of Gucci, so they had quit buying Gucci. And I wrote in and said Lisa would not bat an eye at that. She would pretend she never heard that. I did see your comment, Wanda. Mystical fairies, because Lisa only cares about herself. Sad. And Alice says 100. Saw you too, Alice. Classy lady, I still feel that her see, I'm getting lost with Chanel's and channels. I still feel that her channel is dying. Considering how many followers her view is low, much less people that actually watch, and even less that comment. She bought it all and it's like imploding, isn't it? Panda, agree. Views are rarely 10% of the subscriber count. Views are down 100 to 200,000 per Social Blade stats. Wow. That's a lot. Bonnie, absolutely. Wow, that's scary. That's nice. It's a nice top on the telly. Am I going to scream at the price? No, $25.98. That's not bad for what it is. What are they calling it? See, I hate it when they do that. Only goes up to an 18. And a lot of the people that watch QVC are like 3XL or 4XL. It's like, oh, we know. We don't want fat people wearing our designer. Bo, it's like the Twiggy look is back. Some influencers are removing their implants or downsizing and using a GLP-1 to get thin, even though they already look somewhat thin. Let's bring back the healthy chunky look. Yes, please. It'll go round. It always does. It'll come back. Just watch. When I see a designer style I like, I use the Dupe app to find the affordable version. Ooh, what's the Dupe app? It's a good app, but sometimes it hiccups and shows you a pillow instead of a puffy handbag. I've never heard of that. I'm going to have to look at that. Cece, Jules, your hair does look great in that picture. Thank you, Cece. It was extremely long then. Let's see how long it gets this time before I get fed up with it. Look how much Melissa's neck is caving in from her extreme weight loss. I know, and she doesn't even seem to care about it. Mystical Fairy says it's scary. It is, isn't it? Drinking game when she says, and there, that and you know I love. We'd be hammered after 3 minutes. Mystical Fairies, that could be dangerous, lol. Won't take long to get drunk, that's for sure, with the amount of time she says, and... Wanda, none of us would make it through to the end of the video. Years ago I might have done, when I was working in pubs and clubs and I was working on a disco boat on the Thames. One of the other boats said it had a male crew and we were an all-girl crew. And they said they could drink us under the table. So we invited them onto our boat and we left them asleep on the floor and we went off to a nightclub. So who drank who under the table? Wanda, liar, liar. She does not do this for a living. If there were no YouTube, would Lisa still be a shopaholic? I think so. Of course she would. She always was, always will be. Claire, hick. Joyce, oh my God, I'd be falling down drunk if we had to take a shot every time she says, and we should do it one day just to see. See how drunk I get. I think I've got a bottle of fizzy wine downstairs, something cheap and cheerful. I'll bring that up and do a shot. Depending on what time of the day it is, of course. Cynthia, telling those in offices what to wear when she's never worked a day in the corporate world. That's a plan, Lisa D. Fuckwit. And 4 seasons where she lives. Not even. She asks for comments but will block all who try to tell her she's an addict. She's just getting worse. Is there any way to know how many mentally deranged folks paid for her class? I wish there was, Cynthia, but no, you can't see it anywhere. I cannot imagine how desperate they must be to get suckered down that financial fraud hole. They have to be, don't they, to want to pay her $333 for less than an hour. Why 55 minutes? What's that all about? Bo, most content creators ask questions for engagement in the comment section. They could give 3 fucks what your answer is. Unlike Jules, who genuinely asks us a question when she doesn't know what a product is or is curious to know more. Thank you. I don't need to ask you, make up a question and ask you lot. You're quite happy to comment and chat to each other and answer my stupid questions. I'm glad I don't have to beg for things. Me Smith, hi Jules, hi. I have gotten to the point where I literally cannot stand to hear her speak anymore. She makes no sense, has no idea what she's talking about and mispronounces everything, not to mention the high-pitched voice and sing-song inflection. I honestly want to slap her every time she says, and in that fake southern accent she puts on. I couldn't do it without your funny commentary, so thank you for the laughs. You're very welcome, thank you. You're such a kind, authentic person and I appreciate you so much and think about you and your medical issue. Just wish there was something I could do. Take care of yourself, please. So happy that you have such a kind, loving and supportive family. Thank you so much, Me Smith. That's so sweet of you. Yep, the 4 of us knock along quite nicely here. It's like when someone's having a bad day, the other 3 take the weight. I'm so lucky I met Jed. Do you know what I mean? I could have picked an arse. I did pick a few arses before I met him, so I'm very lucky. Cece, $80 for a sticker. I know. Is she insane when she could just tie a fucking tie on it? Bo, does John ever get tired of doing all her returns? I dread doing returns, but I'm not keeping something I don't like or fit. He used to hate doing it, but I don't know what happened. Now he's not working, maybe. I don't know. The man's an idiot. Cynthia, the author of that book is not French. She's an American-born journalist. More proof that Lisa is a frickin' idiot and those who pay for her calls are just fools. And I fucked up because I thought she said she told the woman about it, not the woman told her. So I'm like, why would she be talking about a book she's never read? So I fucked up there. I misheard her. But of course she had to run out and buy it. And she's given it to her mum to read so her mum can give her the TDLR and she won't read it at all. Bo, not another course. She's now scrolling endlessly to copy what other fashion sites and influencers are saying about fashion and style, and her idiot subs will buy the course. The grifting is endless. I'm an entrepreneur. No, you're a grifter. Panda, stickers for luggage. Tie a polka dot ribbon on the handle, you label hoe. Oh, but she'd have to go out and buy a Chanel ribbon or a Louis Vuitton ribbon or something, wouldn't she? Bo, why not buy Walmart branded stickers for your suitcase, Lisa? Oops, that's not your vibe. Only when they're paying her. Cynthia, laugh my fucking ass off when Lisa said, baguette, piece of bread. It's a loaf of bread, you fuckwit. Bo, years ago when I visited my family in Puerto Rico, my dad tied one of his socks on my suitcase to make it easier to identify my bag. Well done, Dad. Please someone tell me if she got ripped apart in the comments about her Will theme park comment. I didn't see anybody saying boo about it, Bo, and I was really pissed about that. She should have. Oh, it's not my thing. You stay at fucking home and let John and the kids go on their own. There's a thought. Roseanne. Hi, excuse my French as they say, but where the fuck does she go that she needs all these high-end things? I watched her first video, a very different person, then even likeable. She's a country girl and like country people who thinks she's a star now. So freaking ridiculous, yep. J-Lo, she lives in a humid swamp. She does not dress appropriately for heat and humidity. But I'm sure, who thinks she puts all this shit on, twirls around in the front room and then goes and puts on a tank top, some sweats and a pair of flip-flops? Does she really go out and all that shit? I don't know. Cynthia, why doesn't Lisa just get a wig? Because most of her hair is fake at this point. I don't even know why she's bothering with the extensions when it's hot. Just take them out, fucking style your hair in a bob and let it grow. J-Lo, oh my god, no Rimowa luggage. She must be broke. Is it cheap? Panda, exactly my thoughts. Except, weren't we all waiting for her to come back with a Hermes set of things? Or a Louis Vuitton luggage set or whatever. Cynthia, hey Lisa, it is she and her butler, not her and her butler. If you would not say her went to the beach, then you would not say her and her daughter went to the beach. This woman. She was going to be a teacher, Cynthia. Bianca, I'm Dutch and even I know this. How can you be so dumb if it's your first language? She doesn't make any sense when she talks with the Dutton, etc. Water, dotter, and I can't even say it how she says it. Cynthia, I'm so sad that she's an American. It's amazing that our educational system has declined the way it has. If parents would speak correctly, their children would just know what is proper. I hear it even from our talking heads in the media and in print, but Lisa takes the cake with and such. If she ever makes it to France, they'll eviscerate her, and I will not think they are being rude. Cheers. What did that just trigger something earlier there? Yeah, if people would speak properly in front of their children. I watched one of Brooke's videos because somebody sent me the link, and so I watched it. And she said, "Oh, I thought these were uggo." It takes you just as long to say ugly. Why are we saying uggo? What is the point of that? You watch, Lisa will be saying it next. Because I'm sure she got synchronicity off of Brooke. Highly caffeinated. This was so hard to make it through. I have to be honest. I dozed off for a bit. Lucky you, I'm not allowed. Bonnie, oh my gosh, I forgot all about Kathleen Lights. Is she still around? Oh yeah, she's still around. Didn't she have a nail polish line and a whole thing? Yeah. And now when you tune in, because I went to see, now when you tune in, they're so up their own arses because they think they're amazing. Can't be doing with any of them. Fucking, what's his name? Manny, MUA, any of those lot. They do my fucking head in. Doopy-doopy-doop. This is a long one. Bonnie, why would she even consider buying from Balenciaga? Just proves that she doesn't really care about anyone or anything else. Yep. Typical narc. Alice, exactly. Classy lady. Who cares about child exploitation and abuse when it comes to a beautiful bag? The Ray Jane. She's obviously not aware of the crimes against humanity, children, going on in the world. No, because she lives in a fucking bubble and she won't listen to anything. Oh, I don't want to hear bad thoughts. My mama told me put them bad thoughts out of your head. I'm sure Brooke knows more than Lisa does. Why are you there? Alice. Doesn't seem like she cares. It could be on her own doorstep and she wouldn't care. I mean, look at the thought she put into the people that down the road from her that got fucking washed out in the floods. Never mentioned, never donated anything. Heartless. The Ray Jane. Yes, I guess she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Bonnie. Oh, I think she probably knows but just chooses to ignore it, or maybe she really doesn't want to know the severity of it. The Ray Jane. Yes, you're probably right. Beaches and 78. Is that your dog? Oh, look how cute. She needs to deep dive into what Bitcoin invest in. Not good at all, and also involves children. That's the thing. She doesn't give a flying fuck so long as she can go to New York when she wants to, buy whatever makeup she wants, buy whatever fucking designer handbag she wants, and nobody says boo to her. The rest of the world can go rot. She doesn't give a shit. Bonnie. Such snot-nosed looking down at inexpensive purses. Yep. She wasn't so fucking snotty when she couldn't afford them, but all of a sudden now she's above us. Well, just so you know, Lisa, I look down my nose at you because I think you're a piece of shit. That Rimowa luggage she was talking about starts at about 1,500, which is ridiculous. Oh, I thought it was cheaper when people were saying that. Panda, lol, she'll buy one next year. How stupid. That's her. She is stupid. Stacey Ray. When she says she's really into something, I can't roll my eyes hard enough. How would anyone know what she's into? She truly isn't a stylist, because if you truly have style, you drag stuff that you haven't worn in a while out of your closet and try on different things with it. She gets so much each week. How does she even get around to wearing any of it? I have lots of clothes that I don't get around to wearing because I wear scrubs all the time. I'm a nurse. Thank you for your service, Stacey. Nurses are not paid enough, in my opinion, and this fucking here, they do 72-hour shifts. Really? How are you supposed to be at your best to look after somebody doing a shift that long? It's stupid. Anyway, don't get me started on that. Doodly doodly do. And I love scrubs. I bet you look very cute. I'm a nurse and don't get a chance to wear much. I did play dress up the other day and tried on many things and went through my belts and I was amazed what it added to my dresses and skirts to put a belt on. I had to FaceTime my daughter to show her love. I've never been into belts. I've never wanted to wear a belt because I was brought up being told I was fat and ugly. So I don't... It's like, oh, do I really want a belt fat? But I'm not fat now. But, anywho. Bonnie. I wasn't fat then either. But, you know, narc mothers. She needs a pair of white go-go boots with the blue dress, and she'll be right into the 1960s, won't she, though? Mystical Fairies. That was my exact thought when I first saw that dress. Bonnie. It will go with her pale lipstick. Exactly. My mum's friend Maura used to wear really, really, really pale lipstick and dress in pink, and she looked like she walked out of the 60s. And my friend Tanya used to do my hair. Her son used to call her the Pink Lady. When's the Pink Lady coming for her hair? Bo, in how many videos will she mention she's been studying the nervous system? She's nuts. Yep, that's her new thing, isn't it? To go on and on and on and on and on about. Bonnie, I'm sorry, that's just weird that she remembers what she wore 70 years ago. Exactly. I can't remember what I wore in school. No. Alice, it just proves how much she loves herself. She probably can't remember what her friends wore. Narcissist. Of course she can't. She'll know how much better than them she looked, though. Bonnie, that is so true. Too bad for her. Jill, she also remembers every brand of lipstick and liner and shade of it as well. I mean, you might remember your favourite shade, but hundreds, lol. Bonnie, that's just sick. Wonder. Middle school and high school, her clothes were her friends. Most people remember their friends. I guess that's why she remembers her clothes and shoes. This shit started early with her. It really is a sickness. Dr. Phil would have a field day with her. Elizabeth. I think that's a marvellous achievement, considering she's now 84. Wonder. You do have a good point. I guess Lisa could owe her good memory to her way of eating. Bonnie. She's smart as a whip, considering her age. No doubt helping others has improved her memory. Whee, all the way up. Has that done it twice? Yep. Panda 10209. The lipstick is Armani. Link. But that's the thing. If someone was new to her channel and didn't know she linked everything and was a complete fuckwit, they're sat there waiting for her to say who makes them and where you buy them. How long did she talk about it?
Because I know they're pricey. I went on the Nordstrom Rack website this morning and to see if they carry these, because a lot of times you can get just current stuff on Nordstrom Rack and they're much less, like MAC lipsticks. But I saw some of the coolest stuff. For one thing, this is a random thing, but they had the coolest like black room divider and sheets. I'm getting ready to change my sheets. So today I figured I wanted to wear one. And
I felt like saying there, well, fucking take them off and wash them then and put them back on. I know what she meant, but I'm just being, pedantic? But how long did she talk about them stupid Armani things and never told anybody what they were? Thank you for that, Panda. Mystical Fairies. Best part of Lisa's video is seeing the cats wandering around in the background. But my goodness, they need to go on a diet. Poor cats. Yep, they do. Bo, she says her eyes are deep set, smaller, round and round. What the fuck is a round and round eye shape? Panda, I hear round eyeballs are trending for fall. Elizabeth, they are, it's a vibe. Bo's laughing. 2:51 to 3:08. I choked on my breakfast hearing that. Lol. Oops. If fucking Brooke came to work in crotchless knickers and nipple showing bras and fucking Crocs, you'd go out the next day and buy the same thing just to one up her. Fucking hate narcs. It's true, though. I've got to stop eating and drinking while watching your videos, Jules. It's getting to be a hazard, lol. I need to bring the thing back, don't I? Elizabeth, lol. Listen to the management. I need to do a management video. It makes everything go small, Elizabeth. Mystical fairies. I certainly will in the future, lol. I put you on the naughty step. 1721 to 1729.
What am I going to do? Because when my luggage is coming out, I always key right in on my pink luggage. So,
Lisa, tie a scarf around the handle of the suitcase. Goodness knows you have enough of them to use. That's what Mum and I did on our Europe trip. You could see our suitcases a mile off with the bright coloured scarves we used, lol. She's not clever enough to think of that. It's quite sad, really, isn't it? Panda, was it a Gucci scarf? You know, we do love a label. Mystical fairies. Unfortunately, they were not designer, just ones that my mum had had for years. Wanda, show of hands, don't be shy. How many of us have pictures of us, of great pictures of ourselves in a really great dress? Thought so. Apart from people's wedding day pictures, that's a really great dress, isn't it? Elizabeth, I am a raging narcissist, as you all know, so I have pictures of myself everywhere around the house. Tried to give some to my neighbours, but they gave me funny looks. Would any of you like me to send you some? Don't be shy. You lot are nuts. I love you. Mamacita, this is a perfect bra if you have bolt-ons. Jules, you're hysterical. Thank you for the laughs. Always a pleasure to see and hear your lovely voice. Thank you very much, Mamacita. Classy lady. Tuckernuck did not reach out to her. She reached out to them. Never see her wear the Gucci necklace that her hubby gave her, ever. You're right, she's getting worse. Mystical fairies. I was thinking it was Lisa who'd reached out to Tuckernuck. Didn't think they would reach out to her. I was thinking the same thing about the Gucci necklace. I was just saying to Jed today about Victoria Beckham. I said she keeps going on and on and on. She's desperate to get PR from Victoria Beckham. And I said to him, if they fucking send her anything, I am writing personally to Victoria herself. And I'm going to say, why the fuck are you giving this fucking hillbilly, asshole, narcissistic, miserable, whatever, free stuff? I would hope her customer service department or PR department or whoever does it would know better than. But it's taken Victoria fucking years to be seen as a credible fashion producer. It's taken her forever to get on the front row of Fashion Day with Anna Wintour. And if her company send that fucking fuckwit PR, I'll lose my shit, I swear to God. Classy lady. Tuckernuck is definitely not her vibe. So why did she ask them for stuff then? Ashley, because she can't link her personal jewellery for a profit. That's why, yeah. Elizabeth, is it possible for her to get even worse? Daily. She gets worse fucking daily, that woman. Look at your beautiful hair, looking so cute. Thank you. It's all gone now. Mystical fairies, I agree, and so long too it was. At one point I was nearly sitting on it. That's why I cut it, I think, because it was getting on my wick. Cece, so now Melissa is trying to dress like back when she was in 5th grade. Seriously. How does she remember everything she wore from her entire life? I know, I don't get it. Mystical fairies. Why is she always so scared that everything she likes is going to sell out or be discontinued? Weird thing to be scared of. Does Lisa ever buy things, clothes, that she likes and not because she saw someone else wearing it? I do like the outfit Lisa is wearing in the video. Was that the maroon thing? Yeah, I did too. I thought it was lovely. Co-girl. Because if we don't buy it from her link, she won't get commission. It's about her making money or not. But that's the thing. Oh, I didn't see it on the shelf. I have to go and buy 9 million what do they call it? Backups. And it's like, really? If it's not there, it's either because they're changing the packaging or they're making something better. 102.34 to 102.49.
I figured I wanted to wear one, and they're all so good. Okay, 104, 103. Okay, 104 is matte, and I think it's my favorite, and it's kind of weird. Okay, these are long lasting.
What the fuck are they? Why is it narcissists think that the rest of us are psychic and know exactly what they're talking about? It's fucking annoying, I know. She drives me insane. Thanks for the laughs, Jules. You are very welcome, mystical fairies. Bonnie, I think the Diet Coke that Melissa drinks has artificial sweeteners in them. Supposedly that's worse than sugar. So they say. You know, it's really a sad thing when Laurie Best's videos are better than Melissa's. I know. She won't be very happy, will she? Elizabeth. However, to be truthful, Bonnie, I'm sceptical of the saccharine sweet Lardy. I haven't forgotten her vitriol towards others or her animal abuse. No. See, I was starting to feel sorry for her, and then I was looking at something and I came across the one where she was lying in bed saying that my face should be ripped off by pit bull dogs, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I don't like you. Bonnie, I agree completely. She's an evil woman, but Lord, I get so sick of Lisa, who doesn't know shit from Shinola. Donna, wow, look at the hole in her throat. Love to everyone. Love to you, Donna. Bonnie, fun comment video. Thank you. You lot are great. Mystical fairies, they are always fun, aren't they? She always makes my day. Oh, bless you, Bonnie. Mystical fairies, same here. Wanda, agree 100%. Thank you, ladies. Margot, she seems to be stuttering in the video, which is not surprising as I think she has some mental issues. She did a video on how to wash your hair in the shower. She was in the shower. Maybe she will do one on how to use toilet paper. That's like Lisa, how to boil an egg. When she washed her hair in the shower though, Margot, did she get her finger stuck in a hole? Why? It's like that video was so funny because, right, she was in the shower, she got her finger stuck in the hole. Right, she eventually got her finger out of the hole. Then she went and got a camera, brought a camera into the fucking shower to tell us the story of a... It's like, really? Sad. Lynn, Jules, you are a hoot, but on point. Thank you. Zippy Jean, I love that name. What an absolute scumbag Lisa is, doubting the whole theme park situation. I thought she was passionate about children, especially hers, so why not go enjoy it with her son? It's because it's not classy enough for her, and she's worried about an outfit of the day for a theme park. She can't just put all that materialism aside for a moment for her son and family to enjoy one day. What a selfish snob crybaby, because she knows she can't wear her satin nightdress, snakeskin boots and oversized jackets to the theme park. Well said, Zippy. Or Jean, rather. That'd be your name, wouldn't it? I just wanted to punch her when she pulled that face. Wanda. Jules, stop putting yourself down. Alright, okay, sorry. I have never met you, and you are one of the smartest people I know. Also one of the best mothers. You're the best. If you weren't sick in that bed, you'd be unstoppable. I would love to meet you face to face one day. Oh, bless you, Wanda. That's so sweet. I'd love it if we could all have a meet up. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Elizabeth, as would I. Jules is a lovely lady. Thank you, Elizabeth. Do you know what I mean? I wish we all sort of lived somewhere local to each other. Do you know what I mean? We could pick somewhere in the middle and book a hotel or whatever and run riot and get thrown out. Carrie May. No way in hell does she look. Emily Ratajkowski, sorry, I'm butchering that. I laughed my arse off when she tried to copy her outfit. Lisa, when are you going to realise you are not young? You look like a damn clown trying to dress young. Hannah, wait till she turns 60. Oh, that'll be fun, won't it? She'll lose the plot. She needs to read and comprehend a book about humility. Yeah. Would it ever happen? And FYI, she does live in Wilmington. She lives in Hampstead. Yeah, it's not far out though, is it? We know exactly where she lives. We know what the estate or whatever you call it is called, because she told everyone and their grandmother where she was moving to. She's stupid. If I went over there, I could walk right up to her door and knock on it, because I know exactly where she is. Deborah, Glenda's not the brightest bulb in the room. No, she's not, is she? Pandas in the desert. Did your cat walk across the keyboard? I have no idea what that says. Have you got a cat or a dog that went for a walk? Susan. She's a shameless sales lady grabbing random pieces of makeup and fashion which she claims are perfection, and that she's always loved. The links are there for you too. It's all about the sale, isn't it? Kismet. She has simply lost her mind. Medical psychiatric intervention needed ASAP. Elizabeth. Many of us have reached out to psychiatrists in her area, but after watching her on her videos, they just shook their heads and said no. However, one brave doctor said he would phone John and talk to him about sectioning her indefinitely. Apparently, John is open to the idea. I'd be sat there, please, just take her. Even if it's only for a weekend. She's driving me insane. Kismet, the Gucci stickers on her luggage is ridiculous. Drawing attention to your luggage makes them susceptible to theft. Exactly. That just screams, I've got designer goods in here. Trisha, when she never told us what lipsticks those were at the end, I had to go on her video, which I don't like doing, to find out. So they're from Armani and they are like $50 each. Yeah, let's go and buy a couple of them. She's a complete idiot. I swear this was a difficult one to get through with all of her rambling. You're an absolute saint, Jules. Thank you. But yeah, oh, that's not expensive. What did she buy? 5 of them. Jean, food is an ingredient, Lisa, not clothes. I know, she drives me mad when she says that. Pandas in the desert. Sorry, I cannot. Please ignore my previous response. Just the exploitation of children. I don't care about the former director and how he left. It's just ridiculous how she's trying to justify it all. But I do miss my bags. What if it was your child? Bish. That's what it was. Anger, I see. Joyce, Jules, you don't owe anyone an explanation. It's your life and who cares what anyone else thinks. Oh, I'm at that age now. I couldn't give a flying fuck what anyone thinks. But sometimes I just like saying it out loud for the morons at the back that don't understand. Bravo times 4. The tote bag is only expensive for you because you can't afford it. Who, me? Oh, I could afford it. If I could buy a fucking tote bag if I wanted to, but I'd much rather save for my children for when I'm not here, or invest in gold for them to have to sell later on. What are they going to do with the tote bag? Wear it? You gotta love her little fucking minions, haven't you? Joyce, it's expensive for a lot of people. Even if I have the money, I still wouldn't buy that bag. Snap! Bravo times 4. No one is making you. Duh. Oh, how old are you? Hannah, I'm sure Jules can afford it, but unlike Lisa, Jules knows that a lot of people struggle because of the economy. I know she cares about other people. Thank you, Hannah. There's a lot of good that could be done with the money that she wasted on a fucking tote bag. Joyce, as you so eloquently put it, duh. 3 years old. Duh, duh. Grow the fuck up, whoever you are. Really. Joyce, she asked for people's opinion on Balenciaga, and most, if not all, commenters said they would never buy from Balenciaga. I'll bet that took the wind out of Lisa's sails, because she really wants those bags. She probably already bought the bags, Joyce. Lisa doesn't give a shit about sweatshops, as long as it has a famous brand name on it that she can flash around. Is it mean of me to say that I would love to see her fall backwards over the cat and go arse over tit? I just didn't want her to hurt the cat. Elizabeth, no, it's not mean, but a normal human reaction to an idiot. Joyce, $80 for stickers. She's lost her cotton-picking mind. I wonder how many Muppets had to die to make her statement jacket. Maybe she's trying to look more like what's-her-face, Janice. Tracy, her friend, and a person that has never been in Lisa's home but is her decorator, who decorates someone's house but has never stepped foot... Who decorates someone's house but has never stepped foot in that house? I know, it's insane. Fucking decorator, my interior designer, whatever. Elizabeth Tracy. Yota. Good Lord, does this woman ever have any original or different ideas? This would look good with a little denim or leopard jacket. Laugh my arse off. What a fashion guru she is. I would never, in a million trillion years, ever think to put a denim or leopard jacket with a pair of pants and a sweater. Nothing short of genius. Laughing my arse off. Bianca, it's so sad people are paying for phone calls coaching with her. She doesn't know her ass from her elbow. Also, $80 for stickers. Oh my God. Lord, for £100... For £100 waif of feminine energy, she walks like a Clydesdale. What's a Clydesdale? Is it a cow? Or a horse? No, horses are elegant, aren't they? Zara must have dropped her. Not many Walmart or Nordstrom sponsorships either, I know. I really hope these editors make a lot of money. They're having the same reaction as you are to her bullshit stories and everything else. I'd love it if her editor just put the stupid things up the side and left in the bits he cut out. That'd be even better. Rachel, apparently in America, people around 45 or older use pear. I'm 58 and a lot of people my age will be heard saying pear instead of pears. Pear versus pears, Google search. Early usage. Originally, the plural of pair was also pair, reflecting the idea of a set of two items. 19th century shift, the plural pairs began to gain prominence in the 19th century, becoming the more standard form, especially in formal context and when referring to people. Current usage, today pairs is generally preferred as the plural form, but pair is still used, particularly after numerals. Well, see, it says generally preferred, so I'm in the generally preferred box. Elizabeth, does this vacuous person ever shut up? Today is going to be today. What does that mean? She has a long interest in Pinterest. No, numbskull, it was not a happy Friday. It was over 41 degrees here, and I know nothing about Balenciaga, and you still haven't got the message that these bags and many clothes are made in sweatshops and then sent into Europe to be labelled. My thoughts are that you, Lisa, are as dumb as they come. That's the thing, if she actually saw who was making them and where and how fucking filthy a lot of the places are, it might make her think twice. But then it wouldn't be, oh, those poor children. It'd be, oh, I don't want that dirty bag. Elizabeth, wish I could put you into an Amazon box, nitwit, and ship you off to India. That'd be good, wouldn't it? There is nothing in your head but stuffing and all that kind of good stuff. Put a big picture of yourself on the luggage so everyone can admire your beauty and clap as you take it off the line. Oh my God. Is that model off duty who looks like Kate Moss? Let's get her signature. And she has a daughter who's 54. Nikki, breakfast in Tiffany's, you ignorant hillbilly MAGA twat. Isn't it Breakfast at Tiffany's though, the film? I don't know, I've never watched it. I've only seen a bit of it. Elizabeth, I have a schedule for my cats because they can be greedy. It's not, as Jules says, rocket science. Exactly. You don't give them a full-on fucking bowl of food and expect them to just eat a little bit of it. They're cats. Does that bodysuit have a potty opening? I don't want to know. How exactly do you study a capsule wardrobe? Is it a course in university? Has anyone heard of abnormal heels? Studying the nervous system. You haven't even been to college, so where did you get your medical degree, pray tell? Thrifting, not grifting. Elephants have long memories too. Honey, you take anything and everything anyone offers you. Don't lie. Yeah, of course she does. Anything that's free. The Ray Jane. One word. Idolatry. Are you saying I'm idolising her or she's idolising something? I'm lost, the Ray Jane. Oops. James, 5:57 to 6:11.
So how long are we going to hang on to that? Like, how long does that go? Let me know your thoughts. I can go either way. That's one of those things, and a lot of things are like this. I understand people's opinions, but I do miss my bags. And they've got the prettiest, like, east-west city bag.
Why are you asking people for their advice when you are the life coach? Your fundamental practices and beliefs should kind of steer you in the moral compass direction you need to go. And if you understand people's comments, why do you always delete the ones that kind of reveal the harsh realities about yourself? 'Cause they hurt her feelings. This message is for Lisa. Again, why are you not upstairs in your newly renovated design and fashion studio? Why are you in the front window downstairs? The entire house is literally filled with your crap. I feel so bad for her husband and son. Yep. 6:54 to 7:04.
A dust bag. So I wanted to show them to you. So this is, I couldn't decide what color. This is like the dark brown. Good.
That will be on her website next week or given to Brooke. She'll never use that bag, you know it. Apparently she's sending it back, or John is, James. 8:34 to 8:41.
And they had this one with flowers on it that is their really cool design, and it reminds me of a Fendi bag.
I'm sorry, that is one ugly bag. You know it's okay to go on a website, appreciate the product and the consumer loyalty, have a browse, maybe sign up for emails, close out the website and go about your day. You don't have to find something on there that's the best, even though you thought you don't really love it. It's creepy. She can't help herself. She has to buy. Buy. Does she not sound like a programmed robot or something? She cannot complete a proper sentence. Have a listen to this. It's so eerie. She drives me mad with her sentences.
And okay, my mind is switched over to fall, pre-fall right now. That's what when I'm shopping, I'm not as interested in just,
for?
summer things. With that said, I did get one.
Don't go. I was worried she was going to hurt the cat. I didn't give a shit if she fell arse over to it. That would have been funny. Wendy, that will be wild if Brooke is having a baby. Who would take life coaching courses from a woman whose daughter steams her mum's clothes for a living, in addition to waitressing? Oh my God. Then add possibly a child before any career. Also, why would Melissa allow her very young daughter to have an Instagram account Negligence on Melissa's part. When I finally saw Brooke's Instagram account, that's when I realised Lisa is a complete fraud. Yep. Totally. Elizabeth says, well said. And I'm not sure if she is next. Like I said, she was in a body-hugging dress up on a chair the other day, but it was just the way Lisa was talking. Ireland. There is no way anyone with chronic illness, pain, fibromyalgia would carry all that around. The weight would just break a wrist. Exactly. I had to get rid of my Kathy Vance. Well, not get rid of it. I had to put it into storage because it was too fucking heavy to hold. And then adding more shite on top of it and putting stuff in it. Nah. Pat, you are so right. I carry the smallest bag I can get away with. My fibro has been awful all summer. I hope everyone here is okay with their fibro, and if not, I hope you get some relief soon. Thank you, honey. This summer has killed me too. Absolutely. I haven't done a fucking line of the book I was supposed to be recording. I'm going to have to ask him for extra time, I think, and I don't really want to. I hate doing that. I pride myself on getting my work in early, so hopefully if it ever bloody cools down, it's just got hot again today and I don't know why. As soon as the weather dips, I'm going to have to get some recording done. Wanda, is she for I have this and I have this and I have that doll, and I have a furry demon. And Hannah, I'm Dutch, and I swear my English is better than Lisa's. Yep. Wanda, everything in Five Below is below $5. Right. Well, that makes sense. Like the dollar shop for her then, isn't it? Wanda, this should be called, what's hanging on my bag? Exactly. Mystical fairies. Having all that stuff hanging off my handbag would drive me nuts. I only have one thing hanging off my handbag, and it's a cute dachshund. Oh, my uncle had a dachshund called Twiggy because she looked like a twig. And you couldn't, when you went to visit them, you went in the door and she'd start running around your feet, and you had to wait until she got tired, because if you dared walk forward, you'd step on her. Wanda, so when she was 18, they bought her new ones so she didn't have to look at the ones that gave her bad memories. New ones what? I'm lost now. Been a while since I've done that video. Mel, Lisa said she never inherited money from her grandparents, but didn't she inherit money from her in-laws? I'm not sure about that. I can't remember. Hannah is laughing. Elizabeth, laughing with you at the drivel. Wanda, it would have never crossed Lisa's mind to homeschool her or both of the kids. That would have cramped Lisa's style. Well, she wanted to be a stay-at-home mum. She could have stayed at home and homeschooled. You do what's best for your child. That's what you're supposed to do if you're a frigging parent. Debbles! Ooh, that outfit is not flattering at all. And back with the hat. Her hair and eyebrows do not look good. I'm not sure what has happened, but she's totally different. The one good thing is she doesn't go on about people that she thinks has wronged her like she used to. Oh, give her time, Deb. She seems to have let all that go. However, she's now really boring with no content, because sadly that was what her channel was all about. I wonder what her regulars really think. I'm not even going to mention the bag. It looks horrible with all those things hanging off it. Jules, what do you think has happened? She doesn't mention you anymore either, thank the Lord. But is it just temporary and the old lard ass will return? Hope you're doing well. You certainly look it. Bless you, honey. I reckon this is just an ease into it, and give her a while. She'll soon lose her shit. She can't stay that calm for long. Depends on the meds, I think, how much meds she's got. Elizabeth, hey Dopey, so pleased you woke up this morning, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Carrie, hey Jules, how old was Brooke when she showed her private parts? How old was she? She had her own car. So what age Did she get her car out? That's how old she was, because she was sat in her car in the driveway. Elizabeth, 12. Lisa didn't reprimand Brooke or teach her about modesty and boundaries as she walked around with her bits and pieces hanging out. The perfect role model. Yeah, she was sat in the driveway with the camera on a tripod out and the door open, so it was looking into the car. And she was sat in the car in a bikini, and she'd pulled her pants across so you could see her lady garden. And what did Lisa do? Block me. I'm sorry. If that was my child, she wouldn't have sat down for a month. I'd have paddled her that hard. But see, a child of mine would never do that. That's the fucking difference. When you bring your children up with morals and standards, you can call yourself a good mother all you like, Lisa. You're not. So what would she have been? 16, 17? They were in the old house and she'd just got her car. Elizabeth, Babs, get someone professional to answer questions about teenagers. This dumbwit has unfortunately screwed up with her children. Stop making excuses, Dumpy Dumpkin. I was a teacher for many years and was firm but fair. Just wanted my students to succeed. Unfortunately, there were parents who were far too lenient and careless about their child's welfare, let alone their education. Bonding. You were too busy shoveling on the makeup, buying clothes and weighing yourself. Yes, very close relationships. John in a separate bedroom, Will given no attention at all, Brooke running over to steam your clothes. Popular and pretty was what you were hoping for. Unbelievable. My mum was no walk in the park, but I managed to grow up and achieve relative success and independence. In spite of her, Elizabeth. Carrie May, sorry Jules, I asked the question before you comment about Brooke. I should have waited. Don't apologise. You don't know when I'm going to say something, do you? You're not psychic. Elizabeth, you are 84 and your brain stopped functioning and growing long ago. Mystical Fairies is laughing at you. Or with you, rather. Wanda, can you imagine dating someone and on the second day at dinner telling this guy, yeah, so I need to be with someone that can provide for me so I can stay at home and not work. I want to have 2 babies, have some plastic surgeries and buy luxury bags and clothes. Plus, I want everything my way. You have to wait and you have until the next date to decide if you're in or I'm going on to the next guy. I know, it's madness, isn't it? Elizabeth says, lol, spot on. Bonnie says, lol. Elizabeth, if your mother didn't talk about women, why do you? Compassion? Like you had for the woman at Target or in the elevator? Bonnie, oh, great question. Gretchen, I really think she's very immature. She said something the other day that she did something and was going to see how many compliments she got. How pathetic. Bonnie, that is very sad. That's how she rules her life. Oh, I wonder if this one will get me some compliments. My new lip combo. Whatevs. Bonnie, so don't most parents go through drama when their children are in middle school? I realise some are worse than others, but that's just part of growing up and testing boundaries. Yep. I'm wondering how long it'll be before they bang the door into the middle of next month. Or dig holes in the stairs as they stomp up them. I remember once, I don't know what I'd said to take help, and he was stomping up the stairs. And I said, don't you be pulling faces either. And he was like, how does she do that? I can see through walls. Elizabeth, absolutely. Raising children through every stage in their lives is a challenge, but so fulfilling. Of course, there are ups and downs, failures and successes, but that's life. It was Lisa's decision to marry a man who could afford to support her and tie her shoelaces. Bonnie, oh, I agree. My favourite one, when children are at the age where they think their parents were born under rocks. I know, we know nothing. I'm lucky I've got out the other side of it now. Because tech help is like, he's doing things that I said years ago. Do you know what I mean? And he's actually listening to what I'm saying to him now. And it's like, oh, it's so nice. Elizabeth, hate it when she tries to be philosophical and thoughtful. It's such a lie. Don't know whether to laugh or cry at the mother extraordinaire, aka lanky skeletal Lisa. Maybe having a proper career would have helped, but unfortunately, apart from shopping, she lacks credentials and most importantly of all, discipline. Yep. It's like, that's the hardest part, I think, of being a parent. That's what I hated doing. It's like putting my foot down and saying no. Every part in you wants to crumble and go, all right then. But sometimes you've just got to put a line in the sand and say, no, I'm your mother, I'm not your friend. We're friends now, me and Tech Help, but do you know what I mean? It's like, no. She thought, oh, I have a baby and they'll be squidgy and I'll get to buy them nice little outfits and then I can walk through the mall with my baby looking cute in a buggy and everyone telling me how beautiful they are. She never thought past that bit. Carrie May, me again. I just don't want to forget it. See? That's what I've said. I'm like that. I've got to write it when I think about it, because if I think, oh, I'll do all this at the end, I get to the end and I remember nothing. That's why I've said to everybody, comment as much as you want. I'm old. Yeah, so am I, love. Lisa, as we all know, does not walk the talk. I remember her saying that she had to quit college because people from New York and New Jersey, students, were being mean to her. Did I not believe it then? And I sure as hell don't believe it now. If so, why did she let that stop her? It would not have stopped me. Exactly. They hurt my feelings. Whatever. Elizabeth, a family of hustlers. What passion. Just passion for nothing, her. MJ, 1331.
I don't know what's to blame, really. I don't know if it's social media or I don't know what it is. It could be me. I don't know, but
no, it is you. The audacity to blame social media. Or is it me? I don't know, she says. Of course it's you. You're her mother and you just admitted to telling her she didn't have to go to school after high school. And you also gave her, little odd jobs like steam my clothes, probably return my stuff, sell my stuff online. That girl should have gone to a trade school if she couldn't handle college, and she should be doing a real job in a real field in the real world instead of working for you or with you in a make-believe la-la land. Make-believe la-la land. Lisa, what will she be doing after Lisa passes on? Nothing, because her mother taught her nothing, not even encouraging her to continue education for future enrichment. Lisa really makes me sick. As long as she's doing well right now and feeling her shopping habits, who cares how the children will deal with the rest of their lives? Exactly, she's not thought that far ahead. Doesn't it make you want to punch her though? Suzanne Ann. So you teach her how much she can charge... So you teach her how much you can change yourself with plastic surgery, Botox, tons of makeup and buying in excess. You've taught her well in those areas. MJ, 1343, dealing with it.
And we're dealing with it. So my advice would be that.
I'll stop you there because you have none. What is she dealing with? Not Brooke, because she should have dealt with her back then when she was misbehaving on social media. Not now, she's an adult now. Exactly. She can't tell her what to do now. Maybe when she was showing her tits and her fucking fanny to the world, that's when you should have said something. Elizabeth, hats off to all the single mums who struggle to work 1 or 2 jobs, then rush home to clean and cook. Those are the women to admire. They surely are. Miss Gracie Macy, the thumbnail made me laugh out loud. It's a good one, isn't it? Mystical Fairies, same here. Perfect catch, Jules. Thank you. She just hands them to me. MJ, 1756.
Much bigger than high school, but at that time it's such a big deal, and I understand it, and I have even been told that by the school counselor.
Yeah, she wasn't happy that she was pulled aside by the school counsellor and given a talking to. Lisa, hush! The world is much bigger than Wilmington, with your parents down the way and going to New York for the weekend. The world is way bigger than you know it now, so just stop. Stop giving stupid advice. You are the Al Bundy you talked about and looked down your nose at. Remember what you wore in 5th grade? You reminisce on your grade school outfits at 54 and you think you're a fashionista, while all of us on this side can see you're clearly not fulfilled in your life, just like Al Bundy. Panda. She didn't mention the Corvette was returned because it was going to be repossessed. Oh, of course not. Returning to her parents' house after the divorce because she couldn't afford the apartment she shared with her brother. Yeah, she didn't tell all this shit. John put her on a strict budget. She had to account for every cent. John paid her debt off. What about the dental office job? Working for Mac? Unable to live on a 9-to-5 job. She can't live on a budget. I remember the Rachel K's days. I don't recall her selling clothes. Kim Kardashian bought and sold clothes. Doubtful Lisa did. I remember the early videos, TV and kids screaming in the background. Her second baby's name is Will. He's not the golden child. An older man with misogynistic tendencies was her only option to be a stay-at-home mum. Bonnie. Well, isn't that interesting? Did you not know that, Bonnie? She was going to get done for I don't know what you call it. Someone said where you write a check to cover a bounce check, but the check you're covering it with is going to bounce as well. She was going to get done for that. She couldn't afford her electric. She had to run home to mummy and daddy. And then when people say, why was John making her sit there and go through everything she spent? Because he fucking had to. Otherwise she'd have spent them into the ground. Miss Gracie Macy. Did I miss something, Jules? Why do you think Brooke is having a baby? It was the way Lisa was talking about, we won't be able to do trips like this anymore. My little baby's growing up and look at her, she's so tired, she needs a nap and blah, blah, blah. And then there was a picture, and I said at the time, it could have been the way she was standing or whatever. She looked like she had a bit of a pooch, but I think it was probably her clothes or the way she was standing. Anyway, since then, I've seen her stood on a chair in a figure-hugging dress, and it doesn't look like she has a pooch, but I won't be at all surprised. It was just something Lisa said that made me think. I have a feeling the reason Brooke had a hard time in middle school is because Brooke is a very unlikable and insufferable person, just like her mother. Highly caffeinated. I just know this is going to be life-changing. Lord help me. MJ, 2921. You'll remember the lie she said not too long ago about working in Ulta as a makeup artist, or was it working for Mac? Either way, I wonder if she will bring that up since she's given us her work history.
What a paycheck was, and not having control, not having the power to make more money, to work harder, to get better, and be able to see it in a paycheck. And I told myself, never again will I do that. So I met.
Again, we know the story. Babysitter, dog washer, sitter, waitress, bartender, auto sales, seamstress. But where is she a makeup artist working for Mac? She's such a big liar. Her story about not having a bad mindset about money just points. Yes, you had a bad mindset about money. Why then do all those odd jobs and your family always hustling for money, which leads you to hustle for money? Not entrepreneurs, but hustlers. Yep. Bonnie, does she have that big of an ego that she thinks all the boys look at her? Or is she that insecure? I don't know whether it is insecurity or an ego. I really can't tell. But she loves people staring at her now, doesn't she? MJ, 3057, everything goes into everything. Just buy my course.
Everything goes into everything because it's all things I've experienced and I have knowledge of. proof of concept. So here we are.
Trying to make out she knows something. Hustler! Yeah, everybody buy her courses. Ramblings of a woman that's already rambled about everything on her YouTube channel, and if she's learned anything new about carnivore, she'll read off what she's copied off YouTube. Exactly. Why are people paying her? I don't understand. Ireland. Who takes any form of advice from this individual? The world's gone completely mad. What has your daughter achieved, dumb fuck? Nothing. She's a good steamer. Look up in WV. What is up with this thumbnail pic? Looks too much filler and fake teeth. She was showing us her wrinkles. Susan, it's perfection. Piggy loves Ollie's just laughing. Carrie May, what I really would like to ask her is if she donates any of the money she makes selling her clothes and other stuff to charity. She said her and John were going to pick a charity and half the money would go to Brooke and the other half will go to a charity of their choice. Never heard a fucking word since. I think not. FYI, I did ask her via comments and she never answered, and then I was blocked. I think that answered the question. Yeah, she said she was going to give it to charity. See? Another big fucking lie. Bonnie, no, you can't be a best friend or a teammate with your children, but you can support them. Being a friend happens when they grow up and figure out you weren't as dumb as they thought. Good Lord, people ask her for advice. It's quite sad really, isn't it? Highly caffeinated. Who in their right mind would ask for a hair video? What part of all her hair broke off don't they understand? Magnolia Granny. So she loves making money and guys. She babysat, pet sat, worked as a waitress and a bartender. Quite an impressive resume. And now she's in a position because of John to spend money. So now her career is spending money. She really exposed her true inner self, didn't she though? Bonnie, I thought she said that her whole family were hustlers in one of her videos. She might have done. Let slip. So, she wants people to pay her so she can tell them how to find a man that will do nothing but spend their money. How she struggled finding someone to meet her needs. Well, colour me stupid. I thought you were supposed to find a partner that you loved. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Run for your lives. She had to mention the brand new house and a Corvette when she was 25, as though these things are the measurements of success. And she was likely in debt up to her eyeballs. She was. That's the opposite of success. No mention of a great career or the joy of motherhood. What a piss-poor role model, and people lap up her advice like their lives depend on it. I know, they're as fucking dim as she is. Pat, what's all the crap on her bag? I know charms are popular right now, but come on, that's ridiculous. She always has to be so extra. She looks like a fool. She's so immature and childish. She'll never grow up and act her age. No, never. Bonnie, did anyone else notice that she would give a nasty smirk once in a while? She does it all the time if you watch her. Rolling her eyes and looking down her nose at people. Pat, oh my God, she has pigtails. No, Jules, her bag doesn't scream class, but she does scream mental illness. What's with all the small bright coloured plastic things she has? They look like little plastic toys. I see the Norco in her bright coloured pill box. I've been around that stuff enough with my sister. What do you reckon it is? Because I don't know American tablets to save my life. Lou, that was me who was curious about her nail polish. Thank you for remembering. You're welcome, hun. I just wished I'd remembered your name. Now, if I can just remember to go and look. That's like me. I'll do that in a minute. And then 3 days later, it's like, what did I get? She's listing things in her show more box. What is happening? Who knows? Maybe she heard me talking. Pat, okay, so the only thing that is cute and something I would buy is that dark green wallet. It's very cute. I've got a really nice green purse, a feng shui one. And I'm sure I told the story. I finally got the bag that goes with. for like £19 on eBay. It was a steal. I was so happy. I've been looking for it for years. Pat, I haven't got the flippy floppy thing at the top, the clicky clack thing, whatever they call it. Mine's one that just pops open, but it's a really nice purse. Hi Jules, love you girl. Went to town with the comments on here. Haha. Anytime Pat, you're more than welcome. Mamacita, Melissa, the condescending malignant narcissist rather, is overwhelmed walking into a fashion type store, yet she's charging for life coach sessions. I know, make it make sense. Bonnie, so when she gives the things away, can she write that off on taxes? I don't know. Not sure how your tax things work. Boy, I had to make a few breaks on this video. She's getting worse, isn't she? Matt. Of course Lardass ran for the Labubu. I don't even know how to type it, but they're ugly, I agree. Lol. Nasty, horrible little things, aren't they? Nope. Wouldn't have one given. Bonnie, that Labubu doll is kind of creepy looking. Why would she have all that crap hanging from her purse? The bag is heavy enough as it is. Hey, her Friday 5 o'clock fibro must have been cured. I must ask her how she cured it. Matt, so used to Lardass with short hair, lol. She looks so much better with short hair and as a blonde. Doesn't she though? That brown doesn't suit her at all. Matt, so weird watching Lardass be so tame. I know, we're waiting for her to pop off, aren't we? Bonnie, she must be back on her meds. That's the only answer I have. Peg, when has she ever taken care of herself? Shake my head. Barbara, Mother of the Year award. I know. Can you imagine? Piggy loves Ollie. She's nuts. Yep, that's about sums it up. Mystical fairies. Her bag reminds me of Mary Poppins' bag. Lol. She just kept pulling things out of her bag. If I had all that stuff in my bag, it would become too heavy for me to carry around with my chronic fatigue. I have the bare minimum in my bag. That's it. Thanks for another great video, Jules. You're welcome, hon. I got for ages was using a Kipling and their nylon crossbody with, like you said, the basics in, and that was it. And it's like I can't every time I see Lisa going, oh, you can wear it like this or like that, and I'm like, nope, it's crossbody or I'm not using it. The ink owl, the last photo, oh my god, ha ha ha, she looks constipated. James, isn't it funny how on one end we have one that spends unreasonable amounts of money on expensive crap for no reason, and then we have the wilder beast that spends unnecessary amounts of money on cheap crap, and guess what? It's all going in the landfill. The two of them are environmental conscious warriors. Can you imagine the amount of landfill those two have created? Everyone give a thumbs up if you can agree with me on this statement. 5 Below is for children and teenagers. It's apples. It's apples to be Claire's wet seal. I'm lost already, James. Sorry. Spencer's Justice kind of customer, and it's all to me finding something in 5 Below to purchase, but it's usually as their child is shopping in the store with them. I think that the spell check's gone fucking weird on you. It's like me, whenever I put in the UK, it changes it to in the U.K. and it's like, I don't want dots, I just want, and it's like I have to fuck about, and then I'll type an entire thing and then go to read it and it's written a whole load of fucking gibberish. I really need a wee. I'm going to pause this for a second and I'll be back. I'm sorry, I've had to put both fans on because I'm melting, but we're nearly at the end now, so it shouldn't be for too much longer. Bo, who are these idiots asking her questions on Instagram as if Lisa will answer truthfully? Those people need therapy as much as Lisa does. Why do I get the sense that Lisa has created an image of her life that is so different to her reality? I know, it's like what she sees in the mirror isn't what everybody else sees. She thinks she's this filtered, perfect looking thing. No. The only team Lisa is really on is Team Lisa, not Team John, Brooke or Will. Who is she trying to convince with all this nonsense she's spewing? She's not convincing us, is she? In the past 2 Lisa reactions videos you've done, she's mentioned creating 2 new courses. Next thing, she'll be building the Lisa Deep Thinking University. Oh, I'm going to sign up to go there. That'll be fun. Wait a minute, I thought she sold items on her website that she no longer uses, loves or fit. She's talking about it as if her website was items she buys just to sell. I'm confused. She had extra Sheila Fajal jewellery that she sold. She got in Rachel K CC cream that she sold. She was selling stuff for Oliver and getting a cut, and then she sells the clothes that she's worn or not worn, but she hasn't just bought clothes to sell, if that makes sense. Panda, in the early days she sold Rachel K and Sheila Fajal jewellery bought in bulk. Oops. Bo, thanks. I guess I wasn't watching her channel back then. Lucky you. Panda, yeah, no YouTube conference for Lisa. Does she expect everyone to ignore the fraudulent behaviour? Fakes will be pointed out. Most people choose to be authentic to avoid the humiliation. Bo, so she used to want more simple things when the kids were young. A season pass, ballet lessons, soccer lessons, new clothes from Old Navy, etc. Never mentions what she wants now for her kids that they're older. All she wants now is pretty things and luxury items. And when the fuck did Will ever go to football lessons? When? He went to Cubs or Scouts or something once, and then it was never mentioned again. Fucking liar. Christina, Lisa talks about teachers being compassionate and a safe space for Brooke and Will, like they were bullied at school. I wonder why they would have been bullied. Maybe because of Lisa and her YouTube channel. Has Lisa ever made that connection? Of course not. Mystical Fairies, 5805 to 5818. Jules, you said the exact same thing I was thinking.
Do you make it a priority to have a night out, a girls' night out from time to time, or a day at the spa with girlfriends? No. I've never really been that girl. I love being
I don't have any friends.
Alone.
Instead of getting together with her friends to have a spa day, Lisa would rather go shopping and be alone. Shake my head. Bo, this was not a Q&A video. This was a sales pitch for her life coach course. Exactly. Joyce, oh, she enjoyed saying that those girls peaked in high school. What gets me is the way she's talking. She makes it sound like Brooke was a victim of these girls in school, but she's now gone on to become some sort of lawyer or doctor, and the girls who gave her such a hard time in school are now beneath Brooke. I know, it's like saying my son Elon was bullied in school, but that's when they peaked. Look at him now. But what's she got to brag about? Nothing. Bo, oh my God, Jules, when someone asked about date nights with the girls and you said, I don't have any friends, I nearly choked on my Diet Coke. It's true, though. She has pretend friends. Joyce, Lisa is Team Will, is she? Will wants to go to a theme park during their upcoming holiday. What did Lisa say in a video? I'm not a theme park girl, so I don't know about that. Will has a fight on his hands just to keep his slushy machine on the counter of her kitchen, but she's Team Will, folks. Bo, I don't get a lot of lasers, so she does get some lasers, so her skin's not a result of just Dysport and Obagi. I know, I remember her saying about peels and shit back in the day. She had all that as well. Karen, she doesn't really know what a bad day is. My husband was diagnosed with cancer last year. Oh, sending me our love, Karen. That was a bad day. He went through 6 months of chemo. Those were bad days. He's had surgery and many complications and trips back to the doctor. Those were bad days. A bad hair day or a lip liner being out of stock is not a bad day. My husband was in the hospital for 2 weeks and I could have easily been the woman she described in the elevator, with the sad aura and sweatpants on, no makeup and chipped off nail polish. Those were not priorities when my husband was fighting for his life. She shouldn't be so quick to judge women looking that way, because it's very possible they were in the same situation I was in. I hope your husband's made a full recovery, Karen. Give him our love. But that's her. She never thinks of anybody else. And it wasn't nail polish, it was toenail polish. Who stares at somebody else's toenails and make... No. Patty Cakes, I'm so sorry you had to go through this. The fact that you were so committed to sticking by his side says a lot about you. I hope things are better now for you both. Thanks for that, Patty Cakes. Bo, that's true hardship. I hope you're all happy and healthy now. So do I. Joyce, Lisa didn't think of shopping. Oh, please. Lisa's worst day is when it rains, or when her makeup is non-point, or when her packages are late. And her best day ever is when she loves her lip combo and her husband has complimented her. I see my word at the end there. Bay, I call bullshit on all her work ethic. She's had things handed to her from day one, and she's a blatant gold digger who married an older man with a career. People who struggle, or mums who are the single breadwinners, have to leave their children with a babysitter or daycare and still can't make ends meet. They're not thinking about all the fun their babies will have at the water park after being exhausted from working 2 or 3 jobs. Lisa has lived in her own bubble for years, with her mum and dad and in-laws helping her out, and the older husband who brought home the bacon so she could be Miss Betty Crocker and try out hobbies that generated some extra coins. She's full of bollocks. Well said. Joyce, I'm sorry, but I had to click out of this video. I don't blame you. Listening to Lisa blatantly lie and waffle on and on and on just got on my last nerve. She's the most vapid, shallow waste of space on God's green earth. I sound nasty, I know, but that's how I feel. But that's how a lot of us feel, Joyce. We're sick of listening to her lie. And people come in here to stand up for her, and it's like, really, do you not hear the lies? Lisa Dum Dum never disappoints in being her most authentic, narcissistic, airheaded self. Well said, Robin. Ashley, the bag is a dupe for the very expensive Coach Empire, a bag Lisa showed last fall. Likely not a real Labubu. Her bag looks very homeless, 12-year-old vibes. Ooh, sorry Larry, you give me the ick. High School, 98. Definitely not a real Labubu. Is it not? Can you tell? Right. But she said it's not a Lafufu. Who cares? No one cares. James, 052 to 1.
Hey guys, today is Sunday and I woke up this morning and I got a question on that post that I did, gosh, it was probably 3 or 4 weeks ago when
the sweet southern Christian lady with family values can't even spend time with family on Sunday. She has to make videos. Shows her priorities, doesn't it? 9:07 to 9:36.
And so I said, Brooke, I am not going to make you go to school after this. If we can just get through this, you will be fine. Let's just get through this. So that's what we did. We just got through every year, every day.
If you were such a good mother and she was having such a hard time and you were a stay-at-home mum and you'd always wanted to be a teacher, why the fuck didn't you take her out of school and homeschool her then? And just to add to your comment, why didn't the champion mother and life coach extraordinaire take Brooke to career phase and have her join groups so after high school she can figure out a path and maybe go to a training academy? Once upon a time there were 3 little girls. or becoming an entrepreneur. Just seems like everything's not a priority if it's not about showing. Yeah. So instead of having productive conversations and impactful bonding moments to make sure her daughter is fully confident in how she wants to spend parts of her life, she would rather troll girls the same... Oops. She would rather troll girls the same age as her daughter. Really. Really sick. And she's telling us on YouTube as if this is inspiring. 2. She can't keep her lies straight or her brain is going bad. Lol. The thing for her teeth, she said in a previous video of her favourite things, or some video that I can't think what it was, she said she got it from Temu, but now she's saying different. That's the thing. They lie about the lies they lie about, Sue, and they need to keep a little notebook of them all, but they don't. And they think we're stupid and we'll forget that. But if you say to her face, but you said it was from Temu, oh no it wasn't, but you said, oh no I didn't, you must be mixing me up with somebody else. 12:12 to 12:29.
I don't mean this in a bad way, but I would rather be the girl standing on the outside in high school, maybe not getting all the boys, not the most popular, but I would rather know that every year of my life was going to get better and better and better. And that is how I have felt all.
And prettier and prettier and prettier, and sexier and sexier and sexier, and model off duty and model off duty and model off duty, and vibey and vibey and vibey. 14:19 to 26.
It just means becoming more and more confident, more and more in tune with who you are, and
more and more hamburger, more and more black uniform dresses, more and more bought subbies. 44:03 to 18.
And I feel like everybody should think this way, but I don't know if everybody does, but I know that God even knows my thoughts. So I don't feel the need to do a lot of outward things.
Wow, deep thoughts with your host, Melissa Duncan. Elizabeth, Jules knows puddles deeper than Lisa. I really want to bath between her saying serotonin and dopamine cocktail and those babies as if these extraterrestrial characters. She says everything's so bizarre.
Season of your relationship. It's not going to be like it was honeymoon times when you're on the serotonin dopamine cocktail. It's going to be real life, but remember, you're a team. You're a team, and what you have in common are those babies, and they are there for life. So be a team, be compassionate, respect your husband. He's not a woman. He's not built to be a mom.
I just want to thump her. The Nikki, why buy a good quality bag and hang toys and stuff all over it? In my opinion, it takes away the actual style and appearance of the bag. Just saying. Totally agree with you. Bianca, you know I was bullied all throughout at every school, and my parents still wanted me to have a vocational education, and I had one. And I wasn't going to let a bunch of bullies stand in the way of my future. One of the bullies even yelled that she was going to make sure I wouldn't get my diploma pass, and that made me study even harder. I passed and laughed in her face. Best revenge. Oh, isn't it? The best revenge is succeeding. You did well, Bianca. Melanie, muted and let it play to the end for you, Jules. Thank you. Because I just can't stomach her me Q&A sessions. Thank you very much, Melanie. I truly appreciate that. Right, is there anyone on the naughty step? Nope. And did anyone come in while I was babbling? No. Right, so we got to the end, folks, and if you got to the end with me, congratulations, and I will catch you in the next one.